Hello everybody, welcome back to the I Wanna Run a Marathon Speedrun Guide. In this video I'll be covering World 5, so if you haven't yet seen the previous videos, do check out the playlist in the description. Hope you're excited because we're at the best part of the game. First off, let's watch this beautiful cutscene. Alright, it's golfing time. This is my favorite part of the game. It's just great. So I'm going to be talking about like how to consistently get through the holes, all the strats and all that, obviously. I'm going to go in with the angles and the power. So you can angle your thingy, and you can shoot at different sets of different powers. So for this very first shot, we're going to go with default angle. This is actually one of the hardest shots in the entire golfing section, in fact. And we're going to try to line up the power with this part of the tiles. This part right here, where it's like a V. That's where you want to line up your shot with, your power with, I mean. So you can do that. The shot is surprisingly tricky. One of the hardest shots. Alright, from here, you're gonna go with default angle once again. Your goal is to get up here, but not too close to this Tetris block thing. Do about that. If you do end up getting too close like I did, you do have enough shots, because you have to be under par. You do have enough shots to do that. If you end up about here, you can still make it if you just angle it higher. Your goal is to hit this little slope thing. You don't want to go too much power. Hit that slope, and then sometimes you will dunk right in the hole, and sometimes you won't. And then just do that. I'm going to show the hole once again. The time I messed it up. Get up on this little ledge. Got too close again. Go by like that. And there you go. There's the first hole. Second hole is one of the harder ones. So this first shot, what we're going to be doing is we're going to go with the default angle. And then once this guy bounces, when he spawns, he's either going to go up or down. Up, down, up, 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 up. And as soon as he bounces, we're going to start charging to about this much power. You want about 70-ish%. It's a little hard to tell. So once he bounces, charge up to about 70%. This shot is a 2-frame window, and the goal is to hit this slope over here. If you end up hitting this part, you're gonna hit the hold on, I'm gonna show you. You're gonna hit this, and you're gonna lose all your speed. It's really important that you make it past all this in one go. Do about that. Like that. Now, these guys are also random. They can either be on the left. Once you get here and you can do your shot, this guy is either going to be on left or the right. This guy is either going to be on top or the bottom. No matter which case you do, or which case you get, you can always go for it right away. As long as you realize. So in this case, I'm going to go to the right of this one and above this one. Although they're kind of desync now, so get back there now. Got that shot again. It's a 2-frame window, remember that. So I'm going to go above this one and to the right of the other one. Be careful not to get over this one. You do want to try to hit this wall so you can be safe. And as soon as these guys are gone, just charge up and get into the hole. Most of the time you will get into the hole, but sometimes you will have to fix it. I'm going to do that hole once more. Like so. And go below this one. It's always possible to go for that right away. There are 4 different cases you can get of RNG there. And it's always possible. That's the second hole. Third hole is where this gets kind of magical. this first shot, all you do is default angle, 100% power. Kind of messed it up there. 100% power. And you just fly through all this and it looks amazing. It presses everyone. It's great. After that, you're gonna angle the shot to be about this little thing. You want to hit right in the middle of it and then do 100% power. So you can get on this little block early. Then you want to line your shot up with a tree. You see this little curvy thing here. You want to line it up to about here. And then do about 100% power. Now this shot is very tricky. You kind of just have to like try to figure out this one on the fly. Usually you can aim directly at the left leaf of the palm. Sometimes that doesn't quite work though. It's very hard to hit that shot directly into the hole. So most of the time you're gonna end up having to do another shot. So let's do that one more time. Wow, I messed it up again. So line it up like that, 100% power. Line it up with the tree, 100% power. And line it up with the leaf, about 100% power. There you go. I'm gonna show that last part one more time. Sometimes you will get very unfortunate bounces there and hit the spikes. That's what happens, by the way, if you don't do 100% power. You're gonna get too far to the right and you're gonna end up here. It's all terrible. You really want to make sure that you get up on the wooden block over here. So sometimes you will hit like this edge and then you'll like bounce right into the spikes. So you just have to... This shot is really tricky, so just practice this shot a lot. Make sure you get it. Alright, hole number 4. For this one, we're gonna get up on this ledge first. This guy is random. Sometimes he will be in the way. I think if he spawns right here and then goes to the right. He has 2 spawn locations, either here or here. And if he spawns right here and goes to the right, he's gonna be in the way for your shot. So 1 in 4 chance. Or can he spawn here as well? Oh, he has many different spawn locations. Oh, interesting. Anyway, your goal is to get up on this ledge as your first shot. Now, note that if you hit this wall before you hit the ground, you will always fall down. Like, you will always bounce and fall down here. So if you didn't notice that you're gonna hit the wall first, you can just hit R and try again. You will fall down 100% of the time. So if I do it like this, I'm gonna fall down. So make sure that you hit the ground, this little ground, before you hit this wall, and you will actually make it up on this little ledge. Sometimes if you get close enough to this wall, you will be able to wall climb. It's very precise. I'm gonna see if I can get it. That's not quite it. But yeah, you can wall climb, which means you will, like, you can just shoot up, and then you get stuck in the wall, and you can, like, be inside the wall. If you do that, if you do get that, you can do a max power shot instead of getting up on this ledge. And then go up. This hole is kind of cycle based. Oh, I think I got the wall shot here. Let's see. Yeah, I did. So right now I'm inside the wall. Could have probably showcased that better by doing a smaller shot, but you get the point. Next goal is to get up here. You do about a 50% power shot. Then from here you do about 90%. It doesn't really matter if you do too much. And then angle slightly left and do about 100%. The goal is obviously to hit in the hole right away, but that's really tricky to do. So most of the time you're gonna miss that. I'm gonna show that one more time. About 50%, that was too much. So I wasted a little bit of time. About 90%. Angle slightly left, about 100%. I'll do that one more time. Again, if you hit this wall before you hit the ground, you will always fall down. So bear that in mind. Got the wall climb again, so I can showcase this. So right now I'm inside the wall. It's pretty cool. About 50%. That was a perfect shot. And there you go. Alright, hole 5. At the beginning here, you want to angle it a bit to the right, about this much. So about in the middle from the default and the lowest, about this much, and then do about 60%. It's really easy to overshoot this one and just fall down. From here, do slightly up, but mostly right, 100%. Oh, a little bit more up than that. Well, it depends on how far on the edge you got. Now from here, on the shot after this one, you want to be around this little area. See the 3rd, 4th, and 5th bump? You want to try to be in this area, so you can make the shot easier to dunk. Now, there's a trigger here, of course, and it is impossible to get a shot that is straight up. You can see I'm tapping left and right, and I can't get the line to go straight up. So you always want to analyze your position. Be like, should I go slightly right or should I go slightly left? In this case, I'm going to go slightly right. Do about 60% to trigger this thing. And for this shot, you want to do more up than to the right. About this. And then do about 80% power. You really want to avoid bonking on this ceiling, because that means you're going to lose all your speed, probably fall down here, and roll off, and maybe even get down here, and it's all terrible. I'll show that one more time. This time I'm going to go slightly left. About there. Oh, that dunk, though. Man, that was a sick dunk. Alright, final hole. This one is probably one of these, or this is one of the easier ones. So, first hot shot, default angle, about 50% power. To get down here. Now, from here, you can do a cool trick. You need to be on the very edge of this part. I'm going to do that. You want to be about, you can see the edge, you see this pixel with the little slope thing here. You want to be right past this point. If you're right past this point, then you can do this. Default angle, 100% power. And it's great. I'm going to show that one more time later on. Then get up here, very easy, and mess it up. Again, default angle. If you don't do default angle here, then you're probably going to overshoot this and roll over this and down there. So do a default angle, 50% power. This one is also very easy to overshoot, just like... It doesn't matter if you take 2 shots to get on this ledge. You have tons of shots for this hole, so don't worry about it. Take 2 shots if you need it. That time was actually not enough power. You want to go 100% power on that shot. This time I find, because I'm past this little point on the background cloud. Get up here. Don't do too much power like I did last time. Now for this shot, there's a fast strat you can do. If you roll down here, most of the time you're gonna hit this wall and then bounce like that and then like that. Sometimes, however, you can get past this, and that's a little faster, but it's very hard to do consistently. And I actually ended up getting it. Would you look at that? Now for this, you want to be closer to this wall, but not too close. This is about how far to the right you want to be. And then you want to get up on this little ledge thing. It's a little tricky to get up. Oftentimes you will hit this corner and then bounce back, and it's annoying. But fortunately, you do have a lot of shots for this, so you don't have to worry too much about it. This should work. Nope. Like that. And from here, you can just do default angle, max power. And sometimes you will dunk the hole, most of the time you won't. Let's do that one more time. Let's do one more shot to get on the edge. Max power, default angle. Don't do too hard of a shot on this part. Again, on this part, you also don't want to do too hard of a shot. If you shoot too hard here, you're gonna hit this hard wall really hard and then bounce right into this spike. So do about, I would say about 60 to 70% power on that part. Alright, I'm gonna do this hole one more time. This part of the game requires a lot of practice. This is one of the hardest parts of the entire run. But it's very fun. I like this part a lot. That time it went too far, so I fell down. And this world has no boss. It's just 6 holes. Now, if you get on this ledge and do a shot, sometimes, if this happens, you want to angle it a little bit up or go back a little bit. Because otherwise, if I do something like this, it's going to kind of be an awkward shot. Most of the time it's fine, but sometimes that's going to screw you up quite a lot. So just be wary of if you end up on the slope, if you like stand still on the slope, you have to take that shot a bit carefully. And there you go. That's the golf section. My favorite part of the run. Get to here, don't worry, these walls don't kill you. This transition is very simple, nothing special really, just jump over the blocks. You pass it, and that's the golf section.